Ever feel like your strumming sounds off, or like you're stuck playing the same pattern over and over? In this video, I'm going to teach you 6 essential strum patterns that will open the door to playing tons of popular songs. And I'll even show you a simple trick using your toe to stay in rhythm while you play. Welcome back to Relax Learn Guitar. I'm Kevin and this is Maggie May. Very anxious. Oh, it's not polite to eat on camera. I'm Kevin. My wife Vicky's behind the camera.
Hello.
Let's get started. So let's demystify strum patterns today in this lesson. A strum pattern is merely down and up strums in a series, and once you build a solid foundation, which I'm going to help you do, you just start removing down and up strums to change up the patterns. And the more strum patterns you know, the more songs you can play. And you can even play different strum patterns in the same song just to add interest and make it more fun. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about the most basic strum pattern you can play. And it's going to be 4 down strums. We're just going to mute our strings. We're not going to worry about chords yet. I have chosen a couple of songs just to give you guys an example or some examples of how this can be applied. But right now, just mute your strings and we're going to strum down 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's a quarter note, which is why there's 4. So divide into 4 down strums. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just get used to that. And now we're going to do a little trick. This is something my guitar teacher showed me. I was probably like 14, and it really has helped me a lot. I like to share that with folks to help them, or help you, I should say. So we're going to imagine that there is a piece of string tied around our wrist, and the other piece of string is tied around our toe. And this is just going to represent my toe here. So when and we're going to tap our toe as we play all of these strum patterns. And your toe hits the ground on the downbeat. So if we're just counting to 4 and this is our toe, we're just doing 1, 2, 3, 4. And as that toe hits the ground, that imaginary piece of string is going to pull your wrist down with it. So we're just going to 1, 2, 3, 4. As your toe goes down, it drags your wrist down. And you have the first most common strum pattern that you can play in pretty much every song. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to add in some up strums and make our second pattern, which is an 8th note pattern. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And as you see, or as you imagine, imagine in your mind's eye, as your wrist comes back up, it's that piece of string is pulling your toe back up. So you have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you're always tapping that toe on the downbeat, and it's connected to your strumming hand. If you're strumming with your right hand and tapping with your right toe, you can certainly strum with your left hand and tap with your left toe. And as a quick example of these 2 patterns in a song, I'm just doing a little bit of a wagon wheel. We're going to do a G chord for one pattern, a D chord for one pattern, an E minor chord, one pattern, C, G, D, and C. This is the chorus. I'll leave the chords up here on the screen to follow along with, and we'll do our first pattern here, those 4 down strums. So it goes something like this. I gotta remember, I may not get all the lyrics right in these songs, but you'll get the idea. So we have, you're tapping that toe, and that string's dragging your wrist down. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be sure and click the link in the description below and pick up my free 3-song lesson bundle. Not easy to say fast. Yeah. We've got 3 rock tunes with the tablature, the chord charts, everything you need. Check it out in the link in the description below. Now let's do the second pattern. Use this same song example, but obviously you can apply this to tons and tons of popular songs. So you would have, let's do this one now. A little faster because we're getting in a down and an up on each beat. Rock me, mama, any way you will. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Don't forget to tap that toe on the down beats. And those two patterns can really go a long, long way, especially when you're first starting out. As we progress through this video, it's going to get a little more complicated, but that's a very good foundation. If you like this lesson so far and you're getting something out of it, we would really appreciate it if you would hit that like button. It helps other folks on YouTube see the lesson too. Our next example is going to be another eighth note pattern, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, except it's going to be all down strums, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We're going to mute our strings. Another thing with strumming is there's all these little things you can do to adjust. So it seems minor at first, but the more you use these, just the more interesting your strumming and playing become. I'm just resting the fat part of my palm against my strings, directly on top of my strings back here by the bridge. Just play around with your own spot there. There's always a sweet spot where you're going to get this sound and not this sound. Janky? Good. All right. Let's see. We're going to do a little Beatles here. We'll do Eleanor Rigby as an example of a song you could use this in. We've got a C chord and an E minor chord. And they just get 2 strums each and kind of alternate. I can't sing the high parts of this, but I'll kind of sing a little bit to show you how it's maybe supposed to sound. So, starting with this C. Look at all the lonely people. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All down strums. Eleanor Rigby, pick up the rice in the church where the wedding has been. Lives in a dream, you get the idea. All down strums with the palm mute is very rock and roll. I like this strum pattern. so that's kind of the third one you can go with. Leave us a comment about which one of these strum patterns that you like the best. And for our fourth strum pattern, we're going to remove 1 up strum. And like I said earlier, these little things we do that make a big impact. So far we've been doing, down, down, up, down, 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 down. We're going to remove the first up strum and we're going to get this pattern. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up.
What was that again?
What, the pattern?
Yeah.
Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. We're removing the first up strum.
Okay.
So we're going to do a little You Are My Sunshine. We'll go with the Johnny Cash version. We've just got an A chord, a D, and an E in this one. I'll leave the chord progression up here on the screen if you want to follow along with me. The numbers after the chord is just the number of strum patterns we're going to use. And 1 strum pattern in this example is down, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's 1 pattern. Let's see, let me get the pattern first here. There we go. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
That pattern is steps it up a lot.
Yeah, and we removed 1 up strum. So that little change makes a big impact. Our 5th essential strum pattern is one here at Relax and Learn Guitar we call Old Faithful. And we call it that. What do you mean practice? That was pretty good. We call it that because this is one you can play, you can use in so many songs. We're going to do it here again in the You Are My Sunshine example. But we removed one up strum for our last pattern. This time we're going to leave that up strum out, but we're going to remove one other down strum. And you get this pattern. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We're going to do this one in the You Are My Sunshine example here. I'll leave the chords up and the numbers after the chords for these number of strum patterns. So you have You are my... I'll speed this up just a tad, all right?
Okay.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And the other thing that I'll say here is the up strums. This kind of hangs people up sometimes. You don't need to hit all the strings in your up strum, especially all 6. You just need to worry about like the first 3 or 4 strings. It's okay that you don't. In fact, I think it sounds better that way, and it's easier.
You don't hit the 6th string?
Oh no, you like you would. Let's do the G. That's a 6-string chord. So I'm just hitting like the first 2 or 3 strings on those up strums. And for our last strum pattern, we're going to go with a down, 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 down. We're just removing the first 2 up strums. We'll do a little Stand By Me with this one. We've got a G chord in there, E minor, a C, and a D. And with those 4 chords, you can do a whole lot. In this one, we'll do and I should have said, I'm not using a capo in this lesson, so these songs may not be in the same key as the records, but this is just for kind of demonstration purposes. So if we're doing this strum pattern, where the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. And it's the same strum pattern for the chorus, so we're just doing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and...
Call out that.
What's that?
Call it out.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and...
So it's down, down, down.
Down, 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 up, down, up.
Okay.
Down, 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 up, down. I just kind of slowed it down a little bit here. Darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Again, applicable in so many songs. I just wanted to give you guys some good popular song examples where these things all kind of fit. Up next, check out this video where I've got some song lessons for you where you can apply these popular strum patterns. Remember that Vicky and Maggie and I appreciate your reviews, your support here on YouTube. It's been amazing, and we're having a blast with it. Also remember that you're never too old to learn, and we'll see you guys for the next lesson.
Take care.